watch page to see what's happening.
Okay, I got it now.
All right, love you.
Well, I guess. I love you too. I still don't see it on the watch page. I don't see it on the watch page still.
You may have to refresh it. And remember, it's going to be a little bit of a delay.
Okay, well,
just take a deep breath. They'll hang in there with you.
Okay, but I don't see the comments on the on my iPad.
It should be like down at the bottom. You got to hit a little arrow or something to make it in the bottom right-hand corner, maybe.
Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay, now I see myself. Okay, thanks, babe. Love you.
All right, love you too.
Bye. Hey, everybody. So sorry I'm a little late. I see a lot of y'all have joined already. Good. I don't know if y'all heard all that. I had to call Tommy. I think I've skipped a step on my, oh yeah, I can see it replaying up there where I was talking to Tommy. But anyway, there's a step that I don't have written down, and so I'm scared to click any buttons that I don't know about because I'm scared I'll lose everything. So anyway, thank y'all for joining in. I see there's a lot of y'all on here. A lot of y'all's been on here waiting on me, and I do apologize. One thing I wanted to tell y'all, I just want to thank everybody for a great show last week. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed, we had a lot of feedback on it, and everything. Oh, and by the way, yeah, you see it's just me. Tommy's not here again. That place that pays him keeps wanting him to work. You know, I can't get him here. But anyway, he should be here next Sunday. So he's at a conference right now, so he should be home soon. But anyway, he won't make it back for the show. But anyway, the comments and everything, even after the show, was just so very encouraging last week. And I just really appreciate that, because this is kind of nerve-wracking doing it by yourself. And Jana helped me last week, and she's helping me again this week to hopefully keep up with some of the comments and everything. She actually is on Facebook Messenger, and she sends me to make sure I don't miss any, because it is so hard, even when it's Tommy and I, to keep up with all the comments that are coming in. And just remember, if you do have something you want me to take note of, or if you have a question for me, please put it in all caps. That does make it easier for us to see them. Some of the information that I ended up getting in last week after the show and even during the show, I want to reiterate to y'all, is that I got a lot of websites about canning, and that's what it was last week, about canning, if you weren't here. Anyway, one of the websites that so many people have told us about is Linda's Pantry, and she's got a lot of good recipes on there. Another one, I haven't went to this one, it's called I'm Still Working. Working spelled W-O-R-K-I-N. And Cat's Cradle, K-A-T-Z-C-R-A-D-U-L, and Noreen's Kitchen. They're all have become highly recommended. So if you have canning questions, or are a little concerned about starting to can meat like I am, and I'm really not as concerned about starting to can meat as I used to be, because of all the positive feedback that I've gotten from everybody. So I just really appreciate that so much. Anyway, I'm just kind of scrolling through here. Go for Green Living's here. Hey there. Anyway, on my iPad, I have to keep scrolling up, which I like, but then I get behind. I forget about it. So anyway, another a suggestion, and I think this, I'm going to say her name right, Therese Phelps. She sent in that she adds dried zucchini, whether she breaks it in pieces or she grinds it, but she adds it to stuff like meatloaf, soup, spaghetti, sloppy joes, and just from me adding in my kale to different recipes, you won't know it's in there. And she said it's great for picky kid eaters or even adult eaters, because I slip it into my girls have eaten my spaghetti, which I guess they're going to know now. It kind of looks like parsley, but they've been eating kale in the spaghetti. And me and the girls have been we typically don't eat greens like mustard greens, kale, spinach, and stuff like that. I've just recently started eating that in the years past. Anyway, you can kind of slip that in and nobody even knows it's in there. So, oh, Cynthia O'Brien, and this is something that I didn't see come up if it did come up. She says that she actually canned seafood stew. I don't know if it was the same thing I would call gumbo, but anyway, seafood stew. So that would be something interesting to can. That would be, I make something called shrimp and corn soup, and as it gets cooler, I'll be making it more, and I'll do a video on that. But it is amazing. It is really good. Anyway, she said it's a good recipe for seafood stew on food.com. So you might want to check that out. Another thing that came up last week, oh, thank you for the thumbs up, Tina. And something else that came up last week was somebody had asked about a kombucha recipe. And so I did, it was time for me to make kombucha. And so I did, I made some and I filmed it. Tommy was gone and I sent him the videos and everything. And he got the video together and it is up there. I don't remember which day it came out, but it did come out. So let's see. Beth Grant DeRue says that their LDS and SDA Baptist churches do monthly canning classes that are free. That's great. One thing I was going to talk a little bit about is our extension office also. There's some local churches that may do that. In my area, I don't know of any that do that. So few people do it this day and time. But I do know at our county extension office, they have different literature and stuff like that. And there is... I think she's called a home economist. But anyway, I think she's the one that she'll check my lid for my pressure canner for me every year. Just to make sure that it's got the right pounds of pressure, because I don't know how that, all the integral workings of it, but sometimes it can get messed up. And actually, my canner that I use, it's very old. I bought it used for $25 probably 20 years ago. And I've been getting it. It's got a gauge on it and the little jiggler thing, which I guess they all have jiggler things. But anyway, I bring it and have it tested, and it is off a little bit. The first time I had it tested, it was 1 pound off. So when it's called, where the recipe called for 10 pounds of pressure, I did it for 11. And then the last time it was 12 pounds I had to do it at. So I'm going to have to be replacing that gauge soon, as it keeps going off. So. Oh, yeah, thank you, Jana. Shanna watched my kombucha video. Anyway, let's see. Oh, what is kombucha? Somebody asked, what is kombucha? Beef76 said that. Let's see, kombucha. It's a probiotic drink, and that you actually have, I guess it's kind of like a mother culture. They call it, I pronounce it SCOBY, which in my video I did catch myself calling it a Scooby, because that's what I used to be silly and call it that. Anyway, I think that sounds better. I was a Scooby-Doo fan, so I like Scooby better than SCOBY, but I think you're supposed to call it SCOBY. But anyway, it's this flat mushroomy looking thing. Some people call it a mushroom, but anyway, that's where your probiotics and stuff comes from, and it actually feeds. It's kind of like sourdough, how you feed your sourdough sugar and flour and water. You actually feed this SCOBY, you feed it tea and sugar. And so it makes a fermented drink that is supposed to be very good for you. And it's supposed to not have a lot of sugar content, because that's what the SCOBY is going to strive on, is the sugar. So I'm going with that. I had quit making it a while because I had gained some weight, and I thought, well, maybe I need to quit drinking that kombucha tea. But anyway, oh, okay, Beth says SCOBY is right. But Beth, don't you think Scooby sounds cute though? Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, but so that is the correct way to say it, is SCOBY, but I did hear myself in the video say Scooby one time, so y'all will know what I'm talking about. But look, I have a question, Beth, and maybe you can answer it. Gordon asked, after, I think it was after the video, in one of the comments, he asked about this kombucha pit your teeth. He had been making it, and he heard that it could pit your teeth, and it is kind of an acid type drink, or not acid drink, but you know, it's got the tartness to it. So I was just curious. I wanted to throw that out there to y'all because I don't know the answer to that question. Of course, I guess if you brush your teeth right after you drink it, you know, that wouldn't be a problem. But you know, thank you. Now, see, some people do like Scooby better, so. Anyway, so if y'all have the answer to that question, put it up there for me, because I really don't know. I don't know that, and I haven't looked that up. And it's something else somebody mentioned to me, and I don't know how to pronounce this, and Tommy's not here to tell me how to pronounce it, but it's like kombucha, but it's made with honey, and it's honey June, Jun. Has any of y'all heard of that? Oh, somebody says they drink their kombucha. Beth did. She says they drink it with a stainless steel straw. So, you know, that would definitely help it from not getting on your teeth. So, oh, somebody says, could you use lemon in kombucha? I would imagine you could. I would think that would probably go good in there. One thing, I can't remember who it was, but they suggested trying pineapple, and I thought that sounded good. I'm going to try that next, I think. Grant, Beth said that she does ferments with lemons, cherries, and peaches, a secondary ferment. What you do with that, with the kombucha, okay, Janet tells me that June sounds just like June, so I did say it right. But you do a secondary ferment where you add your fruit, and I just do mine for just 24 hours. And I have done 48, but I prefer the taste of it after 24. When you add fruit in, you can add lemons, or somebody said that they do lemon, and I did some muscadines. We had some muscadines, and I don't know if somebody had suggested that or what, but I froze some muscadines, and so I did put some muscadines in there. And our favorite so far is blueberry, so we really like the blueberry, and it just takes not even a half a cup in a half a gallon to change the taste of it. So it's really good. So, but yeah, I Wear Apron says yes, you can put lemons in kombucha, so that's very good. You know, Beth, I keep going back to Beth, but she says that she puts peaches in hers too. I did peach. I need to try it another time. Maybe I didn't let it sit long enough for the second ferment, but I really wasn't crazy about it, and I like peaches. So I have some in the freezer that I need to try. So, okay, Farmer Mimo, you may have been the one that told me last week about doing the pineapple, but I really want to try that. That sounds very good to me. Also, I want to tell you, I did some other videos too that they haven't been posted yet. I did one on Thousand Island dressing. I've always been a big ranch person. I always would eat ranch whenever we. I'm sorry, I thought I turned my beeper off, and that's my beeper going off because my daughter's coming in. So y'all might hear some dogs singing in a minute. But anyway, oh, okay. Beth says peaches have a real sweet. And see, I must have not have done something right when I did the peach kombucha, because it wasn't real sweet. So anyway, but anyway, I've always just loved ranch. That was my favorite, and I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted because that beep. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's just going off. Oh yeah. Beth says that Honey June is also called kombucha champagne, and that is what the who was that I told you? Anyway, tell me about it. That's what she said. But and it may have been you, Beth. I'm not sure. I made these notes a while back. Let's see. All right. Excuse me just a minute. I'm going to let my dogs out. I'm so sorry, but you know, our theme for the farm is it just got real. Well, it just got real. I mean, you know, we're on live, so, and the dogs would have really been loud, so they get excited when Carly Ann comes home. Anyway, let's see, what I was saying was, Roy and Faye Cartwright asked, do you add the pineapple to the tea after 24 hours? I actually, when I pour up the tea, that's when you would add the pineapple or any fruit, and then let it ferment, do a second ferment for 24 to 48 hours. And she says they've only had the kombucha you buy in the store. That's the first I tasted it. My son, we were up in Oregon, and he had me taste it, and that's when I came home and I ordered my first SCOBY. And I really liked it, and I would say that my homemade kombucha tastes very similar to what we had. So if you liked it in the store, I would think you would like homemade. So let me just see if I see any other questions or comments on here that I need to mention before I move on. Oh, I guess I had started moving on about the Thousand Island video. I've made the video. It's waiting on Tommy. He really has been busy with his job, and so I've got 3 videos waiting on him. Actually, I dried some basil, and I did a video on that, and I have been planting broccoli, and it has taken me all week long to plant broccoli. But let me tell you about how I got started with it anyway. I'm friends with a man named Dr. Bill Evans. He actually works at the Crystal Springs Experiment Station in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. And it's through MSU, Mississippi State University. And I met him through the extension office because our local extension agent has different classes for us during the winter months when the farmers market's not in operation about vegetables and different varieties and different stuff like that. And so that's how I met him, and and we actually, Tommy and I went and sat down and talked with him too when we were learning about the greenhouse. He's the one that helped us when we started growing our vegetables last year in the greenhouse, and gave me lots of good pointers and tips and everything. And so, because I had never done it, I had tried growing my vegetables inside, and I just never had good success. But you know, I just feel like it's a great accomplishment. Last year I didn't buy any plants. I was able to grow all of mine from seed. So we'll be doing videos on that. We do have a video on our greenhouse that we made. But anyway, so that's how we met Dr. Evans. And so he texted me last week sometime and told me he was doing a broccoli trial and that he had plants and did I want some? And I said, sure. I didn't have any space. My garden, Jana, my friend Jana, told me how, you know, complimented on my videos. I guess we're YouTube friends, huh, Jana? But anyway, that's how we met. But anyway, we text back and forth. We've never actually met in person. But anyway, she complimented me and was telling me how, wonderful my garden looks and how pretty and everything. And I told her, I said, well, you ought to see it now because it don't always look so pretty. But anyway, of course, and when you're doing video, you can only show what you want people to see, too. But anyway, the garden does look really nice when we first do it, and we keep it up fairly well. But it went to pot pretty quick this year. But anyway, once the cow got in there, we kind of lost interest and everything. But there's a video on that, too, if you don't know about the cow getting in the garden. But anyway, I filmed the broccoli video. Tommy was out of town, and so I had to we do a lot of square box gardening, and so I had to clean out the boxes by myself, but thankfully it had been raining some, and so I was able to get pull the weeds out and everything very easily. And also Farmer Mama says Jana's precious. She sure is. She's a great help to me, that's for sure, and a good encouragement. But anyway, so I filmed that, and I met Bill Monday and got my plants, and he had first wanted to come out here, and I was like, I just thought he would die if he saw my garden, like where would I even put them? But anyway, so I actually had all 3 beds cleaned out, not ready for planting, but I had all the weeds out of the 3 beds, before I met him at 12:30 to get the plants. So I got the plants and everything and got them home. And last year I had a thyroid issue, and now my thyroid's fine now, but I just can't take the heat. And so I can only go out and work till about 10 or 10:30, and then I am just sweat's just dripping off of me. It's just really, it's really ridiculous, you know. So anyway, I started getting the stuff. I got all the stuff out of the beds, and so then I had to bring manure in from the barn. I had to get that. So I'm just having my mornings to work. In the evenings, it started raining, and so anyway, I put diatomaceous earth down because in one of the boxes I had broccoli last year, and I had some little worms that got on them, so I had that problem. So I want to try and get rid of those before they got started good and everything. But anyway, so it was just a long process just working in the mornings, and in the midst of that, oh, I didn't get Tommy to put up a pig problem. And I've just been talking. I got Tommy to do me some little pictures, so let's see if it works. Anyway, these are the broccoli plants that I got. But in the midst of all this, I had a pig problem. And my pigs were about a mile away. And Tommy says that he thinks that they watch and they know when he's gone out of town, because that's when we have the most problems, is when he's gone and I'm home by myself. And so my cousin that lives down the road came and picked me up because I just knew it was his pigs, because it couldn't have been my pigs. And so he brought me, we went around over there and we drove up. He said, "Nope, Patti, it's your pigs." And I was like, oh no. And the people were so nice. I asked them if they wanted some pork, and they said no. So I thought, Anyway, so I told him, I said, "Tommy will be home tomorrow. He'll come get them," and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we came home, and I thought, those pigs will probably come home, but I want to know it. So I went back over there, and I brought some spray paint. And I just put a little dab of spray paint on each one of them's backs. And I had to go to town. I had to go see my mom. Y'all know she's in the nursing home. And by the time I got back home, I was gone maybe 2 hours. The pigs were back home. So I proceeded to, in our big garden, which there's nothing growing in it, well, except we have our Delawares growing in it. I put up some fencing in there, some temporary electric fencing in there, where I could have my Delawares in there and have the pigs. So I got the pigs all in there, and I finally got a head count on my pigs, and I have 51 pigs. So we really have between about 55 pigs, counting some that we have over in another fenced-in area that I knew about. Anyway, so my pigs are all hemmed in, and so hopefully that'll do good. But that held me off on my planting of my broccoli. But I finally got my broccoli in, and I'm very pleased with it. I have 3 different varieties. So let's see. Somebody says, "Do you think they have learned to push your buttons?" Yes, they know how to push my buttons, Wee Tree. But I have pushed their buttons. They are locked up. So I'm happy about that. So I'm very happy with our pigs now, and I'm not in such a hurry to get rid of them because I have them locked up. Now, if they get out again, I may be processing meat myself, all by myself, because that I can't have them go visiting. And it was about a mile away. There was absolutely no way that I could have walked them and kept up with them, because we'd have had to walk by neighbors' houses on the road that have dogs and everything. So, but anyway, we are going to be bringing some to the processor next week, and so that'll probably do away with about 10. A friend's gonna, somebody we know local is coming to get 3 to grow out. So if any of y'all want some pork to grow out, they're American guinea hogs, and it's the best meat you'll ever want to eat. But anyway, so I want to show y'all my kombucha. I took a picture of the kombucha. I forgot to show it because I was busy talking. But anyway, here's my finished kombucha tea. Anyway, and I think it turned out really good. We've been drinking it. It's very good. It's very tasty. So let's see. I have another comment. Let me see. Geek 2 says that he's going to make apple cider vinegar in 2 months or so. I'm wondering, could I make kombucha from the mother later on? I don't think it's the same, and maybe somebody else can answer that, but I don't think it's, and maybe you already have and I didn't see it, but it's not the same thing. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not the same. I can't even explain what the kombucha is, this kombucha SCOBY. It's a solid piece. I mean, you can like pick it up and all. Go look at the video and you'll see. But mine is actually huge, and it's gotten way too big, and I'm gonna have to split it because I had let mine go. I probably did make vinegar with mine because when you leave it alone too long, it does turn real vinegary. But so it means the, yeah, you gotta have the SCOBY. You can't have it, you can't make it with the mother of vinegar. You gotta have the, see, I said SCOBY. Anyway, anyway, so, and I should have a picture, a bunch of my basil that I did a video on too. It was just so much of it. It was so pretty, and I hung it to dry. I didn't do. I did some in my dehydrator, but most of it I hung to dry just to do something a little bit different. And because it was so much of it, it would have really taken me a long time to I pick off the leaves when I'm doing it like that. So yeah, my old Kentucky Homestead says that their local extension office offers the master gardening classes, and ours does too. A lot of them will, and they may just have other classes too, you know, on gardening and stuff like that, that you don't have to go and actually get the master gardener certification, but which that's still not a bad thing to have. And it won't have a link on here. We on our video, some people saying they need to get them a SCOBY. I can't remember the name of the lady that I get it from, but it's on the bottom of our video how Tommy can put those links and everything. He's got it on there because I've been very pleased, and it was like $5.99 or $6.99, and you can get prime shipping on it too if you wanted to. So I've been so pleased with that. Yeah, Freaky Geek 2 says that he heard that it's good plant fertilizer, and that is what a lot of people do, and they put it in their compost. So that's what I'll do with my other ones. When I split mine, you'll see if you look at the video, it is absolutely. And I said on the video, this looks really kind of gross, and it really does. But you know, I'm drinking the kombucha, and everything's going good. It tastes good too. So anyway, but let's see, and you know, talking about our videos, we'd love ideas on any ideas that you have on videos, something that you'd like to see. We would love to have your input on any videos you'd like for us to do, and also any show ideas. And you can send that all to us. I see WeTree has put up all of our contact information. Thank you so much for doing that. But you know, like if you have video ideas, send it to video@aldermanfarms.com. I mean .net. Or if you have any ideas for shows or videos, you know, send it to aldermanfarms.net, and we'll try and get on that. And also with the shows, if you've seen some of our videos and you want to know more about something that we did a video on or an update, send that to us. You can send it to updates@aldermanfarms.net. Anything at aldermanfarms.net will come to us. So anyway, we would just love to have some feedback from y'all to see what you would like to hear and talk about. More bread making video. I know I've been bad, State of Grace. I have not been doing my bread making videos. I actually saw the where I was looking at the different gluten-free flours and stuff, and I really need to do that. I'll try my best to get a video out this week, or get one made, and Tommy will have to get it out. It's up to him. He does all the finishing work on the videos. I do all the filming, and he's telling me I've got to learn. So I guess I'm going to have to learn where I can help out with that too. So, but Anyway, one thing that's going to be new for us that we're going to start doing, we're going to do a quick tip of the week. And they'll be put out every Monday. And so I would love to hear some of your ideas too. And we may feature them on some of our quick tips. So it's going to start, oh, Tommy's on here. Oh, videos on. Yeah. You're supposed to be working, baby. So, but anyway, the gluten-free is going good. Mary's asking that. It's going good. I actually have cheated a little bit, and I haven't suffered any bad repercussions. It'll make me ache all over, and I can actually feel it in my stomach. It bothers my stomach a little bit sometimes. And when I did the einkorn flour, it bothered me. But I actually was in a position last weekend that I was very hungry. I was helping my daughter and son-in-law move, and they ordered pizza. And I had brought food, but we hadn't unloaded bowls or nothing. And so I ate the top off of one slice, which just eating the top off a piece of pizza is not much. And so I did eat about half of a slice of pizza, and I didn't suffer any bad repercussions. And I ate one whole wheat hot dog bun night before last with Tommy. I just was bad, and I did it. And I really did okay. So anyway, I'm gonna get my einkorn stuff out. I've got my sourdough starter still, and I'm gonna get that. And I know I've been promising to do a cinnamon roll video too, and I'm gonna get that out and get that done. And I thought, I looked at a picture of those today when I was looking through some of the pictures, and I thought I really would like some of those. So I may make some einkorn cinnamon rolls. So anyway, but I'll wait and make a regular loaf of bread. And I forgot who said make more bread videos. But I'm going to make a regular loaf of bread this week, and I will film it. So that'll be a definitely to-do video on my list this week. But anyway, one of the Tommy he hadn't told me which order they're coming out, but one of them, the quick tips that I'm doing, I saw this somewhere. I don't know where I saw it, and all you guys may know all about this, but there's certain recipes that you use a lot, and you like to be able to glance at the recipe. You may not do it every week, but still, I have a binder. I guess I should have had that down to show you that I keep all my recipes in, and it's very big. And then, of course, then I'm bad, and I just stuff recipes in there, and so it's awkward to have to get out and everything. So one thing I do for my recipes that I use a lot is I put them on the back of my cabinet door, so you don't see them when you walk in the kitchen or anything. But all I have to do is open the door, and it's right there. And so my Thousand Island recipe is on my cabinet door because that is something that I make often, and I want to make sure I put everything in there. I don't forget something. One of my white bread recipes, brownie mix, just different things like that I have on my cabinet door, where it just makes it a lot easier to access. And another thing with doing gluten-free and even in a little bit of vinegar is even in my Thousand Island dressing. I have a little decanter that I put my vinegar in. It's a cute little bottle, and I leave it sitting on the counter, and so it's just so much easier to pour out of that little bottle, especially when you just want a tablespoon. Now when I'm making pickles or something like that, of course I get my jug of vinegar out. But when you just want a tablespoon or two of something like that, I'm doing it with my olive oil and with my apple cider vinegar. I have it in little containers right there, and I put, my vinegar in it, and so it's just much easier to pour. Let's see. Suburban Hillbilly says, "Are you organic?" I guess he's talking to me. Yeah. Anyway, for the most part, I am. I am bad occasionally, and I have ice cream that Tommy insisted that I buy the other night, and so I bought some, and I didn't buy organic. But I typically, a lot of times I make my own ice cream. I garden organically. I don't put any pesticides or anything like that. We have our own manure that I use for fertilizer and stuff like that. So I try and eat, I do gluten-free for the most part. That's the first time I cheated in a long time. because I just feel so much better when I am gluten-free. And so, yeah, we try our best to be organic. You know, the tea that I did the kombucha with, I think it's Louisiana tea, that's not organic. So, you know, there are some things in our life that's not 100% organic, but I try to. I use organic sugar, we use honey, you know, so let's see. Oh, yeah, the next thing I want to do, I want to play a game. No, I really just need to know. And I need to talk to my neighbor, but I think he's working right now out of town. But anyway, we found these. I was actually out looking for muscadines and persimmons. And we found these growing. Carly-Ann, that's loud. Like this. And there, see, this is part of the little vine. But we found these growing, and I want to know if you know what they are. Now, I have a leaf, but it's kind of getting dried and shriveled. And it's got holes in it. But there are so many of these. Oh, good. I'm not getting blasted for using Louisiana tea. Thank y'all. So, anyway, I just need to know if you know about that. I think my neighbor called. We're hoping. Okay, no, they're not huckleberries. No, look, they're growing in this huge cluster, and they're growing on a vine. Our huckleberries, you know, they'll grow like on a stem like this and have leaves and a few berries, kind of like blueberries. This is like a cluster of grapes. Possum grapes. Beef 76, where are you? Are you down south? We were hoping these were possum grapes. That's what my neighbor has told us, that they're here, and we haven't got to see them yet. Okay, wait. Farmer Meemaw says, wait, Legos. Oh, I don't know if that's in relation. No, they're not pokeberries. This is like a vine, and you know, the way I found them is that I was looking for muscadines, and I knew where a muscadine bush was down at the bottom of the hill. And when I went over there, there was muscadines growing, and this grows on a vine just like muscadines. So they're not. It's not pokeberries. All right, fox grapes. No, and they're not beautyberries. It's not the same. We know what beautyberries look like. Currants. I don't know. Okay, Brandon, Mississippi. So you're familiar then, Beef 76. Holy grapes. No. Dewberry. No, dewberries are like blackberries. Well, the dewberries I know about are like blackberries, and they grow close to the ground. Like I said, these were on a vine, and they were way up in the air. Hey, Danny and Wanda, y'all just joined. You're in Mississippi too. What's your vote on what these are? If you didn't see it a while ago, we're thinking there may be possum grapes, is what my neighbors calls them. Currants. I'm gonna have to look up that. Yeah. So, but if this is possum grapes, now Tommy and I didn't die. We both tasted them, and nothing extraordinary about the taste, but I told my son, if we get sick, it's this because we tasted these things. But anyway, mystery berries. Yeah, that's what I thought, that currants didn't grow quite like this. Okay, all right. Well, let me know, Wanda, when Danny gets back on, gets on there, and I can show them to him too. But anyway, I was excited. I hope it's edible, whatever it is, because we've got a lot of them. And so I might be doing another jelly if I can find out. I want to look up fox grapes. Ellen, where are you? You're the second or third person that said that. That it looks like fox grapes, and I just wonder if you're in a different area than us, if y'all call it something different, you know. Fox grapes. Okay. Tuesday Homemaker said Tennessee. So I bet you it's the same thing, and that maybe we call them I like fox grapes better than possum grapes, I think. Yeah. Possums are so yucky. Elderberry. No, they're not. Oh, elderberry. Well, elderberry is a tree, I think. And this is definitely on a vine. You see? It has a vine like this. So, yeah, I do need it. I could take a picture of it and send it to my extension agent. Show the leaf again. This is a better picture shape of the leaf. I should have went out and got a new leaf, but they're really up high. Okay, Nona says she has currants that grow on a bush, but this is definitely like a vine that grows just like muscadines up there. Let's see, Palmetto Paratrooper says these are all Latin names for various possum grapes. Oh, and I can't say the rest of what he said. So, oh, Ellen, you're in Virginia, yeah. So we're in different areas. So anyway, but I just thought that was interesting. So I'm really excited about that. So anyway, let's see what else I had. I had some other things jotted down. But I appreciate all that feedback. Oh, it does not. Oh, it doesn't match. Thanks, Suburban Hillbilly. I appreciate that. Let me show the leaf again. This is. I really wish I would have got a better leaf. Because let me put it up against my hand. Maybe you can see it better. The shape of it. Anyway, that wasn't a great leaf. But anyway, I'll definitely look up some of the stuff y'all have mentioned. Anyway, so one thing I want to tell y'all about is that we have decided we only have 4 breast chickens. This is our rooster. He's beautiful, and we have 3 hens. They're not big, and I don't have any pictures with another chicken in there to show you. Anyway, we got this for a meat chicken. Oh, good, Tommy. I'm glad you took a picture of that. Anyway, our meat chickens, we got these for meat chickens, and we're just really not pleased with the size they are. And so we're going to go ahead. I don't think we're going to keep any breeding stock or anything. I think we're going to go ahead and sell these and try and focus more on just 2 or 3 breeds, because it does get overwhelming when thinking about having to separate them to get them for fertile eggs and stuff like that. Somebody has asked for me to show this again, where I can to show the vine, but this is where it's broke off, and this is how the cluster hangs like this, and it comes down. It's got a little squiggly thing, like where maybe it could hang on to something, and little squigglies on the end too. So, and I guess I've showed a close-up enough of the berries. I guess, I can't hold things on here real great. So, anyway, so we have decided to do that. We're going to go ahead and get rid of those where we can, focus more. We have our Delaware out in something we call the big garden. We need to do a little video, Tommy, if you're still on here. All right, Danny wants to see the videos. I mean the berries. Anyway, Tommy, to do it like a tour, because we're talking about this, the big garden and all that kind of stuff. But we need to do. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked from my messages and stuff. Okay, Danny said it's fox grapes, so it's probably the same thing as. Oh, but is that the same thing as possum grapes, Danny? Anyway, we just kind of we're kind of refocusing what we're doing on the farm and everything, and so we really want to kind of focus. We love our Bielefelders, which I should have taken a picture. They're just beautiful. They're huge. And so we're going to see what kind of egg layers they are. But anyway, we're going to focus on them. We only have 2 hens and I think 4 roosters. So we will be eating a few of those when we do our slaughter of our. Oh well, those chickens that we have that I can't think of the name of them. Somebody help me. We have meat chickens. What kind of meat chickens do we have? Anyway, Freedom Rangers. They're Freedom Rangers. Anyway, when we slaughter them, we'll slaughter some of the Bielefelder roosters, and we'll slaughter a few of the Delaware roosters, and we also have midget white turkeys, and so we'll slaughter some of those for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Anyway, so we're downsizing. We're gonna get rid of the breasts, and also we're gonna sell off some of the Delaware. We have 23 hens right now, and I think 7 roosters, and so we're gonna sell. I think I'm gonna do like 3 hens and a rooster, and to sell them like together like that. And so we're gonna do that, and I think I'm gonna go down to about 14 hens of the Delaware, and 2 or 3 roosters, I believe. So that's what we're looking at doing with the chickens, and hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and sell them this winter before it gets cold, where we don't have to overwinter them too. So let's see. They look like my muscadines. All right, fox grapes. Did Danny ever answer me when I said, is that the same thing as possum grapes? Yeah, let's see. I don't know. Somebody said right on Tommy, but I don't know what that is in reference to. So, oh, Doc says the leaf doesn't match what we call fox, possum, or wild grapes in his area. Doc, what area are you in? But anyway, I'll do some research on the internet too, but I'm glad to have the direction to go in and some names to look at. So it's funny how we're in different areas. We can have the same thing, but we call it something different. So, but anyway, I'm excited about what we're going to do with our chickens, especially in the spring. You know, we do have, for our laying flock, we have black Australorp, and we have a few Rhode Island Red. And with the Delaware, you can actually cross with the Rhode Island Red and get a sex link. So I'm excited about raising some sex link chicks, because we do that every spring. Well, this spring we did not do it, but for the last 5 or 6 years we've raised chicks to sell, and we usually do really good with that. So I think I'll do even better when I can sell, when they're sexed, you know. So the only problem I'm having mainly with the Delaware is trying to find some prices. So if any of y'all know of any prices on the Delaware, I would be interested to know. I've searched on the internet and I really can't find any, breeding Delaware for sale. So I would just be interested if any of y'all could give me some feedback on that. And y'all can email us if you want to, or just post it in the comments. I can find prices on the breasts. So, thank you, baby. I'm talking to Tommy. I guess that's weird because these comments won't be up if somebody watches this later. Anyway, my husband's signing off. Anyway, I want to remind y'all can go to the homesteadnetwork.com and look at the show schedules. They're adding different shows weekly. They even have some shows coming out on Monday. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna mess up. Well, I have my questions on my iPad. I had it pulled up on there where I can maybe show you some of the new shows. But there's new shows. There's even, like I said, there's even one on a new one on Monday coming on. So anyway, so y'all need to check out the homesteadnetwork.com, and you can see the whole week's lineup on there. Coming up next is the Big Family Network, and they'll have a good show out there for you. All you have to do is go to the homesteadnetwork.com and click on their link, and it'll take you right over to YouTube to watch it. So we hope y'all do that, and hope y'all are really enjoying this network, and let them know that you are enjoying it and that you appreciate it, that we try and bring y'all helpful information, and it's wholesome shows. It's family friendly, and you can't get that on TV anymore, and for a long time I would want to have information and look for different information and stuff that I'm interested in. And it's hard, you can't find that on satellite TV anymore. So anyway, so I'm looking forward. Don't forget to send me your ideas. You can do it at ideas@aldermanfarms.net. If you have ideas for us to do a show on or a video, updates on different videos that you've seen that we've done, just let us know about that. We would be glad to do it. And also don't forget about my quick tips. And that's just a little quick video. I only wanted to be a minute or two long, just showing just useful quick tips on different things. One that I started filming and it just didn't go well, and I'll have to try again, is encouraging people to look at the thrift store for different things. I went with my friend a few weeks ago, and we happened, the glass was everything was it was 25 cents a glass, the drinking glass, and it was all discounted that day, 10 cents a glass. And I've raised 4 kids, and so it's hard to keep a set of glasses. And I thought, people like to do plates, mismatched plates, and think it's all pretty sitting at the table. Why can't you have mismatched glasses? And so I bought me lots of glasses, nice glasses too, nice heavy glasses at the thrift store, and I spent, I think, $1.20, on them. And so it was just so cheap, and they're just really nice heavy glasses. So I want to do a quick tip on that, but I got to figure out how to do that. Let's see. Roy and Faye Cartwright. If Tommy checks the email, she's asking if I got her email about the granola. He was out of town, and so he could have gotten that and forgot to tell me. But well, I'm bad about checking my email. Send me an email and I'll check it. Send it to Patti@aldermanfarms.net, and that'll come to me, and I will send you that recipe. So let's see if there's anything else I missed on here. Doc says out in Michigan that they have wild grapes that look like my example, and classic Concord grapes. Wow. And they both have the classic grape leaf structure. Could your leaf be from some? Yeah. Could my leaf be from something else? That's a possibility, because it's growing up on top of a tree. Yeah. It could very well be from something else. I'll try and get a different leaf before I really start looking for something, because yeah, you're so right. This leaf could definitely be from something else. I kind of thought it was hooked to it though, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that, but I'll verify that. It's just right out back, so it wouldn't be hard for me to get that. So, oh yeah, Hillbilly. Brenda says that they use canning jars for glasses, and 2 of my kids, well, no, I think my oldest one did too. Yeah, a lot of my kids do too, use the canning jars for glasses. So, anyway, Tree, thank you so much for helping out, as you always do, getting all those addresses posted up there. We really appreciate it. And I want to say a special thanks to Jana for helping me out too. She's doing a great job keeping me informed. Oh, thank you, Terry, for being encouraging. So she's enjoying the videos, and quick tips are fun. Yep. I've enjoyed making those. They're nice and quick. But I was watching, I forget who I was watching. We were watching last week, or I was watching last week after the show. I can't remember which one it was. After our show, I was watching, and they said that they just made the comment that it takes twice or 3 times as long to do something when you're filming, when you're making videos. And when I was making that kombucha video, I had to film it a little bit and go sit down, go in and say test. And it took me forever to get my head in the shot, and then where I could talk a little bit and then go back to the kombucha and everything. So I thought, he is so right. It took me about 5 times as long to make my video. So when Tommy's home, I'll get him to come look and see, or he'll do the filming, and it's faster. But when it's just one person, it really takes a long time. But anyway, I see my time's about up, and please go on over to Big Family Network. Big Family Homestead, or you can go jump over to the Homestead Network if you want to go there and just follow the link over and go watch their show. They'll be on in about 1 minute. So Janice says I had 2 minutes left a minute or so ago. So anyway, y'all go hop on over there, and I'm going to follow my instructions and see if I can turn this off. So anyway, I've enjoyed it, and I hope y'all have a great night. Okay. All right. See, I got to follow these instructions because I don't know how to do it. See, I got my instructions still. So anyway, thank y'all so much, and y'all are so encouraging. I really appreciate y'all. All right. Click stream.